What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Rabid here. Here we are inside the E300. It is currently mining Kyla coin at the Retro Mic pool. Now, doing some numbers here, and if you're unaware, Ironfish plans on doing a fork after they get through their voting. Who knows how long this is all going to take, but they plan on swapping the algo over to something that is more ASIC and FPGA resistant. And with that being said, doing a bunch of numbers, coming down into here, it looks like Ironfish is the most current profitable coin to mine on these E300s. I'm going to move over and pretty much soak up as much as I can before they do any type of forking. And for this video, we will be utilizing Cryptex, which is the third largest mining pool for Ironfish and the sponsor of today's video. So the first thing you are going to need is obviously a wallet. And Ironfish, if you're unaware, now has for quite some time a fancy GUI wallet. They used to only have the CLI, but now they do have this. And once you do create your account, get your seed phrase, everything needed there, then you'll get something like this. I have multiple wallets in here. You'll have one on your first initial creation. This is your wallet address right here. You can simply click on this and copy it. You do not have to wait for everything to finish syncing in order to copy your wallet address, or you can go into it and simply copy it from right here. Those are two ways to get your wallet address. This is what you will be using to put inside the E300, and you will receive in your Ironfish tokens. So the first thing I like to do when setting up this E300 on any coin is setting my core voltages and everything first before I set up the pools and wallet addresses and so on. Because if I just do it here and hit start, it's going to run in and not be using the proper overclock settings. It could be a lot of power, it could be hardly any power, it could be going down depending on the coin you mine. Now, if you just run in there and set this up, but you don't hit the start button and then just move over to here, it erases everything in your config. So you're going to want to kind of do it in order. And that's why I am saying I like to do my overclock settings first. And that's what we're going to do here. So in the past, I did a bunch of testing on multiple coins with this E300, and here was my highest efficient settings and the settings I am going to use. Now, you actually set your core clock speeds within the miner itself. In this first part, we're just going to be setting our voltages for our cores and for our memory. Now, it's very easy here. All we got to do is set it to as low as possible, 600 across the board. So if I come into the E300, I just want to set everything to 600, which is as low as you can set it. You can see this is your FPGA core voltage settings right here in millivolts. I'm just going to apply that. We're just going to have to wait a few seconds, hit F5 to do a refresh to see if it took, and there we can see 600 across the board. It will be plus minus 2 or 3 above and below whatever you set it. But if it's close to the 600 or whatever number you plan on setting it to, you know that the settings did take place. Now for Ironfish, you don't need any extra memory or anything happening for that algorithm, what it's currently using. So we don't have to worry about this, but I do set mine as low as possible. Down here, you can see 1000 to 1300. It is set at 1000 by default for me, and here you can see it's under 1000. So we're all good there. We don't have to worry about the memory. So now let's run in and set up this miner configuration. All right, so we're going to need to get the main mining pool stats and everything that we know what to connect to. Here you can see the multiple coins they do support, and here's Ironfish start mining. We're going to click on this. Pretty simple process. We're just going to copy this over right here, iron.cryptex.network. Right click, copy, and the port, I'm going to use TCP, so we're going to need 4 7s in this case. We're going to go back into our E300 here. Now we do have to swap. I was mining Kyla coin. You do need K1 labs for that. For this, we're actually going to be using Team Red Miner, so everything's going to kind of change on us. So now we're going to go to pool here, bring that back, and we're just going to paste in iron.cryptex network here, and then port 7777. That point now we need our wallet address. I have all my wallet addresses saved, so that is what I showed you earlier. Just copy that wallet address and paste it in this spot here. Once you have your wallet address in, name this whatever you would like, and here's your FPGA settings. Also, make sure you are on the proper algo. Here you can see I'm still on Kaspa for some odd reason, but then again, that's because this is the last time I used Team Red Miner. So we're going to move that over to Ironfish, and now we're going to set our FPGA cores and everything. If we go back into my overclock settings, here we can see on FPGA 0, I was at 560, and on FPGA 1 and 2, I did have to use 570. So we're going to go 560 here, and then 570, 570. There we go. Now all we got to do is hit the start button, and we should be off to the races. Hit start. let it do its thing for a moment. Now, once it's doing its loading process here, I do like to go into the miner logs, make sure everything does begin doing its thing. So it's failing to start Team Red Miner service. So we're having issues right now, and we're just going to wait a minute and see what's going on. It's starting to do some things. We might just have to wait a couple seconds in this case, but we'll see what happens. Oh, I think I know what the issue is. We actually have to have our Stratum and TCP stuff right here. I believe that's what the issue is. You know, depending on the miner, some you need them, some you don't. Looks like with this, you probably do. Let's hit the start just to find out for sure and see if that's the case. I'm glad these issues kind of pop up when we're trying to do this, because otherwise we wouldn't really know, and you could run into this issue and be like, what's happening? So let's just see what's going on. There we go. So that was the issue here. We are loading the bit streams. Everything's looking good now. Now we're just going to wait a little while here and see how long it takes to be detected at the Cryptex pool. All right, so it does look like we're getting hash rate. We have a total of 152.9 gigahash. It's saying at the pool currently we're about 137. If I go back into my spreadsheet, about 152 is where we should be sitting. So that's awesome. Now we still got to wait a little bit here just to see when we actually do get detected here. So I'm just going to hit the refresh button here, F5, and nothing yet. So still nothing detected at the pool, but again, the miner just started. All right, guys, so we are now detected at the pool. It did take around, I would have to say, about 13 to 15 minutes or so to finally show up. So after 5-10 minutes, if it's still not showing up, just wait a few more minutes. But eventually, obviously, as you can see here, it does detect. So everything looks to be working just fine. Keep in mind, Cryptex is a PPS plus pool, which means your rewards are going to be pretty darn consistent as they pay based on 100% luck all the time. So if the pool does have a good luck day, you're not really going to see it. But then if it has a bad luck day, you're not going to notice that as well. If you're used to PPLNS, as you can see with your pay log, you only get paid when you find a block and your log is full. In PPS Plus, you do find rewards consistently and getting paid out in a consistent manner. So it all depends what you want. Cryptex has been known to be pretty good and a lot better than some of the other pools, example Flux being one of them. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you on the next one. Rabid out.